Thank you. I can confidently say that the club is stabilizing and we are moving in the right direction. It's been a long journey since we were elected. The journey has been interesting, but at times very, very painful. And where we are going to, I think we have, as NEC, as the leadership of the club, we have stabilized the team. And we believe that were it not for COVID-19, by now people could be seeing different results, both in terms of administration, in terms of the product we have actually come up with, and in terms of results. If you look at our history, since this club was formed in 1964, 56 years down the line, the club has not been having financial stability. But the most interesting thing since we got into office, membership has been rising when there's an election. For example, the election that brought us in, ushered us in, we had about 12 to 1,300 members. And the ones who came to vote were about 900. In fact, we had about 900 members and 700 came to vote. But as we speak, it's not an election year. We have about 1,500 members. We are getting a lot of interest from our fans who have not paid membership. And what we've been trying to do as a leadership is just to return the river to the source. The river had gone too far away from the source and it was drying. So the little time we've been here, the one season we've been here, we've actually cultivated interest in the club, and we made sure that we make Afc Leopards a daily affair. It's not just a weekend affair where you come and watch a league match and then forget about FC the whole week. And that's why it was important to try and put in some infrastructure, both physical infrastructure, managerial, administrative, which will actually bring Afc Leopards into your house, into your sitting rooms. And the biggest success of all this, I can say, is our media team. Because our media team has been working around the clock to make sure that Afc Leopards is a daily affair in the lives of our members, in the interest of our members, in the working style of our members. And where we are now, we are getting a lot of interest. And we've gone a whole season without sponsorship, but the team did not give even one walkover. We have trained on a daily basis. We have attended all our matches. We have met all our obligations without a sponsor. And reaching where we have reached, I thank God for the people who came up with the new constitution. A lean leadership, it is easier to manage. Of course, we have sat here as a committee. You disagree to agree, but at the end of the day, you come together as a team and make sure that the team moves forward. And that has been the best that has happened to this team. Managing my 3-4 colleagues has been very interesting because it's not a large group where you cannot control each other. I think a team of 10, 12 people was big enough to make sure, was big enough to make it difficult to control. But I thank my colleague, my Secretary General, my Treasurer, my CEO. We have actually had the best of time. And that does not mean that we've never had our quarrels and our disagreements, but we've been always disagreeing to agree and pushing the club forward. It's been easier when our fans and members look at us as a management and they see us together. It has actually curtailed a number of things. This year, I can say, without fear of any contradiction, we have not had cases of hooliganism. Our matches have been played to the end, and even when the referees have at times not been at their best, we have seen our fans, because the hope that NEC has given them, the management has given them, our fans have actually accepted results and actually walked away and went home and go home waiting to fight another day. Also, it's been easier to convince our players, because as a family and as a lean leadership, we have actually been facing them and telling them the problems facing us are problems facing each and everybody else. But we are working around the clock to make sure we address them. And that's why you have not had any single day our players, despite the challenges and difficulties we've had, them having a sit-in or boycotting. We are not doing this because we haven't been paid, because this has not happened. And I thank my colleagues for the great leadership they've shown to our players and our fans. Yeah, and as you know, our club has zero tolerance, a policy of zero tolerance to hooliganism, and we have worked through the branches. And being close to the branches, we have been trying to identify who have been causing problems before, and at times we plant stewards amongst the fans, and they don't brand themselves, or they're not dressed in a way that you can actually know that what they're doing some certain jobs for us. And this has been very good for us, because what has been happening before has really costed this club a lot. We have missed chances of playing at Kasarani, we have missed chances of playing at Miao Stadium because of the past cases of hooliganism. And the club, even at the moment, we owe the stadium management about 3 to 4 million, which they claim from us that the seats at Kasarani were broken. And it is very expensive for the club, because we need to pay players, we need to make sure that our ends meet. So taking 3 to 4 million shillings to Kasarani, and yet we haven't paid some of our players, it is very painful. When we came into the office, we sat as a team, and we looked at the challenges the club has been facing from 1964 up to now. 56 years down the line, the club, the only asset we can say was the bus that we got as we were ushered in. So we focus very much on making sure that we look for something which can actually bring some, I can say, some direction for this club. This is a football club with even no training facility. So we embarked on making sure that we can fix the physical infrastructure of this team, and we are working around the clock to make sure that at the end of our 3 years, we can be proud to say that at least we have come up with something which will give this club an identity as a football club. For 56 years, surely we need to have a place where Afc Leopards can actually train. We pay about 7,000 to 8,000 per day for the team to train. So if we have our own training place, I think it will be a very big positive for our club. Going forward, as you know, this year we have been competitive. Yes, by the time the league was stopping, we were at position 6, but we want to go forward and strengthen our team. We realized the team was a bit youthful. We want to mature it so that we make sure that once we mature the team, we can go directly and challenge for the title. So we are looking forward to bring at least 3 to 5 experienced players, to mix them, to blend them with the youthful players we have. And I can tell our fans, be ready for an interesting season. A season whereby you'll be confident of your team fighting for the championship. Going forward, it's been unfortunate, and maybe I'll have to ask for apologies from our fans. It's a whole season we didn't, as my Secretary General said, we didn't have merchandise in this market. We had a lot of issues, especially with our past sponsor, and going forward. So we are assuring them that we are getting merchandise in this market. We want them to come and buy merchandise for their family, not only for the individual, for our members, even your families. We want FC to be a family affair. So buy merchandise. We are trying to start 1 or 2 products. Like you see here, we have our water. With this, we just want to create that interest in our fans to make sure that they support the club through small things we will be doing with them. It's been a season where we've actually run back to them for them to support the club to meet its obligations. But now we want, when you come to you have something you can take home, you have merchandise, you have water. We're also looking at what else we can do as a club to make sure that we engage our fans totally, and they remain Ingwe at heart and Ingwe at home, Ingwe at everything. So we'll bring more products in this market to make sure that we brand our lives blue and white for Ingwe. Those who go away, maybe those houses will be black and red. Finally, I take this opportunity to thank everybody who has stood with us, especially at this difficult moment when our sponsor left. My thanks go to His Excellency, the Head of State, our President, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, our Deputy President, Speaker of the Senate, all the MPs who stood with us. I take this opportunity also to thank Honorable Eugene Wamalwa. I take this opportunity to thank Honorable Musalia Mudavadi. It's been interesting getting all these people interested in making sure that this brand AFC Leopards actually stands. Lastly, I will not forget the docket, the sports docket. Ambassador Amina has really worked with us. And I remember going to her office telling her, I will not take this team to Kakamega, give us Kasarani Stadium. And she gave us Kasarani Stadium to play with Kariobangi Sharks. Thank you very much, the Minister for Sport. And everybody else who have not mentioned, Francis Atwoli, our Mzee, thank you for the support you gave us. And maybe my colleagues, who am I forgetting? It's been a tough year. And you have seen what has been happening. Our members, our fans, our supporters, I mean, everybody. All the leaders since 1964. I thank Honorable Sambu Abiola for coming actually to support Honorable Musalia when he was giving us money for the standard premium for the land. And the sky is the limit. Last but not least, I'll also thank our former treasurer through the family. This is Oliver Napali and the family, Franklin Imbezi, Kuka, all their brothers. They've been very instrumental in making sure that this team moves. And last but not least, our players. Thank you so much. You represented us. You were the face of the team. You were on the pitch. Last year, we were almost relegated. We survived. This year, our fans have enjoyed the entertaining football you've played. Opportunity to thank our soldiers, the players and the technical bench, from the doctor to the massage person, to the kit manager, to the stewards, to everybody who's made this year memorable. It has been a memorable year. God bless Kenya. God bless AFC Leopards, ours forever. And we can assure you, we will come with more the coming season. 2020, 2021, the sky is the limit. Asanteni.
The sky is blue and white.